Chapter 15, Los Angeles. Finally, after spending days alone in the desert and making my way across populated roadways that weren't designed with pedestrian travel in mind, I was in the outskirts of Los Angeles. From this point on, I would mostly be walking on sidewalks. I walked from the Pacific Crest Trail to Beaumont. Even though I was in my last few days of walking, I ended up taking a day off while I was there due to weather. It had dropped to around 40 degrees, with forecasted rain throughout the entirety of the afternoon and night. Not exactly a situation I wanted to put myself in, if I could help it. I had already gotten rid of my rain gear a week or so prior. Wasn't expecting rain in Los Angeles, and the people I came across hadn't been either. The idea was to throw away items of gear that I no longer needed over the course of my last couple of weeks. That way, once I got into Los Angeles, I could ditch the stroller and backpack the rest of the way through. Backpacking through the city seemed to be the right thing to do, for ease of navigating through crowds of people, as well as bringing less attention to myself in general. The only issue was that my body wasn't in the best shape to be backpacking. At this point, I had lost somewhere between 15 and 20 pounds and was exhausted. It was my last real day of walking, though, and I figured I could make it through no matter what. I did make it, but it was absolutely grueling. I pushed my backpack with my stroller the first 9 miles of the day, before backpacking the last 30. Walking through Los Angeles was an interesting experience, to say the least. After weeks on end in some of the most desolate parts of the country, I was now walking through the second most populated city in the United States. Funny thing is, no one really talked to me. The entire day, I only had one brief interaction with another person. A guy out on a run tapped my shoulder and asked if I was actually walking across the country. He must have seen my backpack, which had "Walk Across America" written across it in very large font. I let him know that I was, and that I was in fact very close to finishing. He gave me a fist bump and kept running. Definitely a city where people are pretty focused only on what they've got going on. To be fair, I was in the same exact boat at this point.